In this video, we will discuss about group by clause. For this, I have taken a separate sample data for employee table and department table. You will find the link to the file in the description in which I have written SQL scripts to create these tables and insert the sample data into it. So now we'll get started. First question, how many employees work as managers? So if we see, there are two people, those are working as a manager, so the count of managers should be 2. So the query will be straightforward. Select count of star from EMP where designation is equals to manager. Yes, we get the answer as 2. If we run the same query without the where clause, then we should get the answer as 5. Okay, so what aggregate functions essentially do is that the query takes all the information, and on the selected information the aggregate function gets applied, which returns us a single value. So when I say select count of star from employee, it is as good as select star from employee, which will return me 5 records, and then the count is applied on that. In the same way, when we say designation is equals to manager, only 2 records get selected and the count is applied on that. So no matter how many results the select query returns, the aggregate function in turn finally will return only 1 record. We'll go for the next question now. How many employees are present per designation? So this time what we want to display is per designation how many employees are present. So for a salesman designation there is only 1 employee, for manager there are 2, for president there is 1, and for clerk there is again 1. So what we essentially want over here is we want to have a count of managers, count of salesmen, count of presidents, count of clerks. So we need to find, so we will apply aggregate function, but those aggregate functions should return us multiple records. Okay, in order to do that, we use group by clause. So before introducing group by clause, when we run any query without a group by clause, what happens is that the entire information, all records, is treated as one group. So what will happen, from these 5 records we'll get the count of 5. So this 5 records is one group. Now this time I want groups divided as per the designation. So here the first group will be of salesmen, second group will be of managers, third group of presidents, fourth group will be of clerk. So imagine the situation that we have all employees standing in front of us. Then when we ask them to count themselves, let's say we get the answer as 50. Next time what we say, all managers will make one group at one side, then all salesmen, all presidents or clerks, they are all separate now. They are having a different groups have been formed. Now each group, within each group, we will tell them to count themselves. So one group might come up with the answer as 15, another group will come with an answer as 20. So these aggregate functions will be applied on individual groups. So the query for that will be select count of star from EMP group by designation. So whenever I say group by designation, whichever how many unique values of designation in present, those many groups will be formed. So designation has 4 unique values, so 4 groups will be formed, and within each group we will get the count star. Yes, we get the answer as 1, 1, 1 and then a 2. One thing to note, when we use aggregate functions, we are not allowed to specify any other column along with it, because aggregate functions only returns 1 record. But when we use group by clause, the column which is specified in a group by clause can be specified in a select query and should be specified. So that we'll come to know which this one stands for either salesman or president or what. So we'll see it again. Yes, we get the answer as for salesman the count is 1, president 1, clerk 1 and manager 2. Okay, so we'll go for the next question. Within each department, how many employees are present? So previously we have done the count on basis of designation. Now we want to get the count on the basis of department. So the query should be simple enough. So column name is DEPTNO, department number. So the expected answer would be for 10 the count is 2, for 20 the count is 2 and for 30 the count is 1. Yes. We'll go for the next question. Per department, what is the maximum salary? Again, so we want to have 3 groups. For department 1, the maximum salary should be 17,000. For department 20, maximum salary will be 20,000. And department 3, as only one record is present, the maximum salary will be 40,000. So instead of just count star, we'll replace the same with max of sal. Yes, we get the answer. And the last question for this tutorial. Per job, how many employees earn more than 10,000? So now it is again per designation, per type of job. So we are having total 4 types of jobs over here: salesman, manager, president, clerk and manager. How many employees earn more than 10,000? So within salesman, the count is 0. No one earns more than 10,000. For managers, the count will be 2. For clerk, the count will be again 0. And the president, the count will be 1. So the expected answer for this will be something as salesman 0, then manager 2, president, one president is there and clerk 0. What will be the query for this? So question is, how many employees earn more than 10,000 and per job? So in select, I will specify a designation because we are going to group by designation, comma, count star from EMP, group by. Now up till now this is just a question that we have did previously. Now here we have a condition on a salary to be more than 10,000, so we need to include a where clause. Remember, a group by clause, if it is present, will be always after a where clause. So where will be before group by, where sal is greater than 10,000. Okay, I request all of you to pause this video and just identify what should be the output of this query. We were expecting this answer, but will we get this or not? We'll see that. Okay, so we'll see what this query returns. Yes, it returns me only 2 records. That is for manager it is 2 and for president it is 1. The count of clerk and count of salesman is not shown at all. Why does this happen? As we already know, when the query is actually executed within system, the first clause that gets executed is a from clause. Then the second clause that gets executed is a where clause. So when we say from employee, all these 5 records are already present. When we introduce a condition where salary is greater than 10,000, the record of salesman and the record of clerk is filtered out. So when we are processing a group by clause, we have only 3 records present. That is for manager 17,000, president 40,000 and manager 20,000. And from these records, when this group by clause is processed, the final answer comes as the count of manager is 2 and the count of president is 1. Okay, so we'll stop in this video right now. In the next video, we'll see how do we use a having clause. Till then, happy learning.